Indigenous peoples noticed something impossible. Wherever Europeans walked, a plant appeared behind them. They called it white man's footprint. But this wasn't an invader. This wasn't a colonizer. This is Plantago, the medicinal plantain, not the banana. This was medicine so powerful that ancient physicians called it infallible. And today, pharmaceutical companies synthesize its compounds into a $9 billion industry. While lawn care companies spend billions teaching you to kill the original plant. One industry sells you the copy. Another industry eliminates the source. Both profit from your ignorance. This is Plantain, the plant that witnessed colonization, the healer growing at your feet, and the $9 billion industry built on what it produces for free. The archive opens in the year 40 AD, in the medical text of a Greek physician named Dioscorides, who wrote that this plant could heal what modern medicine still cannot explain. To understand why pharmaceutical companies went through the trouble of synthesizing what grows for free in every lawn, we have to go back to the year 40 AD. A Greek physician named Dioscorides wrote that plantain could treat wounds, burns, dog bites, even dysentery. 39 years later, Pliny the Elder called it infallible. For 1,500 years, monks cultivated it in monastery gardens across Europe. Then came 1620, Puritan colonization. And Native Americans noticed something strange. Wherever the white man walked, this plant appeared. They called it white man's footprint. The elders had a saying, where the white man walks, healing follows. Not because of the man, not because of conquest, but because of the plant stuck to his boots, the medicine that traveled with him without his knowledge. But here's what makes this remarkable. Native American tribes began using plantain for the exact same purposes Dioscorides documented 1,600 years earlier. Burns, wounds, bites, dysentery, without ever reading the ancient texts. 2 continents, 2,000 years apart. Same conclusions. That's not folklore. That's convergent evidence. By 1855, plantain had become so embedded in American culture that Henry Wadsworth Longfellow wrote about it in The Song of Hiawatha. Now, let's talk about what this plant actually does to your body. Folklore is one thing, laboratory evidence is another. In 2017, researchers in Indonesia conducted a controlled study on wound healing. Subjects treated with plantain extract showed wounds healing 25% faster than the control group. Not 2%, not 5%, 25%. In 2018, a human study found that 67% of participants showed significant improvement in digestive symptoms after drinking plantain tea regularly. Scientists isolated 3 key compounds, au ki u bean, an antimicrobial that fights infection, myoo saish leech, an anti-inflammatory compound that soothes irritated tissue, and lantoin, a cell regeneration accelerator. This is what makes plantain heal wounds faster. Allantoin stimulates fibroblast activity, the cells responsible for producing collagen and closing wounds. That's not folklore, that's chemistry. Now pay attention, because this is where the story takes a turn. Pharmaceutical companies know about allantoin. They've known for decades. They synthesize it and put it in wound ointments, anti-aging creams, scar treatments, and skin repair products. The global allantoin market was valued at $4 billion in 2023. It's projected to reach $9.59 billion by 2034. That's a compound found in a plant growing free in every lawn, sidewalk crack, and driveway in America. But you're not buying Plantain. You're buying the synthetic copy. And here's where it gets darker. The lawn care industry generates $7 billion annually. Companies like Roundup, Ortho, and Scott's manufacture herbicides containing 2,4-D, triclopyr, dicamba, and glyphosate. Their job? Kill broadleaf weeds. Plantain is a broadleaf weed. One industry synthesizes what plantain makes naturally and sells it back to you. Another industry teaches you to poison the source. And on top of all that, it's food. Young plantain leaves contain 45 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams. That's 50% of your daily requirement in a single serving. Plus calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium, and selenium. Growing free, at your feet. But plantain isn't just food, it's emergency medicine. Application 1. Bee sting. Chew a plantain leaf into a pulp. Press it directly on the sting. The mucilage draws out the venom. The occubin prevents infection. A viewer shared this story. She was hiking when a rattlesnake struck her leg. Miles from any hospital, no cell service, she chewed plantain leaves into a pulp, pressed them on the bite, replaced them every 15 minutes. She survived. No antivenin needed. That's not folklore. That's field medicine. Application 2. Cuts and scrapes. Crush a leaf and apply it directly to the wound. The allantoin starts cell regeneration immediately. Application 3. Poison. Ivy. Brew a strong plantain tea. Use it as a skin wash. The anti-inflammatory compounds reduce itching within minutes. This isn't conspiracy. This is economics. Follow the money. If plantain is classified as a weed, you buy herbicides. If plantain is classified as medicine, you walk outside and pick it for free. Neither industry wants that. Here is what nobody tells you about plantain suppression. It is not accidental, and it is not about aesthetics. It is about market control. If you believe plantain is a weed, you buy herbicides to kill it. If you believe you need allantoin, you buy the cream. If you believe scars need treatment, you buy the scar gel. Neither industry wants you to know that the plant they are teaching you to kill is actually more effective than the products they are selling you. One sells you the copy. One eliminates the source. Both profit from your ignorance. This is why plantain identification matters. Look for a rosette pattern at ground level. Oval leaves with distinctive parallel veins running lengthwise, like guitar strings. A thin flower spike rises from the center, covered with small greenish flowers packed densely together. Once you learn to see it, you will realize it is everywhere. Growing for free, at your feet, white man's footprint. Maybe the real story isn't about invasion at all. Maybe it's about witness. This plant watched everything unfold. It watched empires rise and fall. It watched colonization sweep across continents. It watched industries build themselves on what it produces for free. And through all of it, it kept growing. In sidewalk cracks, in driveways, in the lawns people poison every spring. Thriving in the disturbed soil that humans leave behind. Healing both the colonizers and the colonized. Asking nothing in return. That's not a weed. That's a 2,000-year-old pharmaceutical factory, growing free, everywhere. Some plants are too valuable to kill. Some medicine is too effective to patent. Some footprints are worth following. Next time you get a cut, don't reach for the ointment with synthetic allantoin. Pick a plantain leaf, crush it, and apply it. Watch what happens. That's not folklore. That's chemistry. If this changed how you see the plant in your lawn, subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who still thinks plantain is just a weed. The archive continues. See you in the garden.